Hey there, if you are looking to reconnect with your inner self so you can find clarity and purpose to keep moving forward in your life, then you're not going to want to miss this week's Oracle card reading that's all about our whole self care through nutrition, food suggestions, and self care practices brought to you by your higher power to help guide you to the life of your dreams. So, if that sounds like it's for you, then make yourself comfortable and I will meet you back here in just a moment. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to this beautiful channel where we are all about working on reconnecting to our inner selves. And we are going to be working on the week of April 12th, 2021. And let's see, for all of the new people, hello. Thank you so much for stopping in. I'm glad that you found this channel and I hope that you find what you're looking for here. And if you are returning, well, I am very glad that you're back. I hope everything is going well and that you've been able to get some new information that helps you in your journey that you are on. So I'm excited to know what's happening with everyone. So leave a comment if you would like to do that. Let me know where you're at, what you're doing, if you are on a journey or if you just like to hang out and hear the readings or the food suggestions and all of that good stuff. Now, again, I do have the chapter markers, so feel free to skip around. I know that your time is valuable. Everyone's busy, so if you don't want to stick around for all of this video in its entirety, then please feel free to utilize those chapter markers and go where you need to go so you can get the information you need. For the rest of us, let's go ahead. I have lit a candle for us. Just so that we can have a nice channel of communication, and you can use this candle if you like to kind of set an intention for yourself or for this reading if that resonates with you. And we'll go ahead, if you like to, take a couple of deep breaths so that you can just settle into yourself and bring awareness to your body. And if you are able to get rid of any distractions around you, just have this time for you because you're important. This is an investment. Your time is an investment. So you are an investment, right? Invest in yourself in this time for just you to have a clear channel of communication and know what's going on so you can hear what's really resonating with you and what will work best for you this week, because it's all about the individual, about the unique self. You're going to tailor this right to you, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and take those deep breaths. Sorry, got on a little bit of a soapbox there, huh? And we'll breathe in through our nose, out through our mouth, and just relax, settle in, take as many breaths as you like. You can hold your breath at the top for a moment and then maybe picture yourself when you are breathing in green or pink light of love or any other kind of light that you see coming into your body that helps you feel comforted and makes you feel good. And then just blow out anything that will not serve you in this beautiful reading that we are going to be doing, all right? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get busy with the reading. If you need to stop and take more time, then feel free. It's all about you right now, right? So like I said, we are working on April 12th, the week of April 12th, 2021. We're going to get the overall energy for the week. This is a general reading, so everything may not resonate with you, and that's okay. You'll find something that you need in this reading, and you just take what you need and leave the rest for whoever else it is meant for, right? This is going to be the overall energy that we are going to be working with, that we need to know about so that we can best support our whole selves. So we know what's coming and we know what we need to do, right? Okay, so we have number 23, storms, cleansing. All right, very nice. Now, so storms are coming, right? We can have some storms, a little bit of turbulence maybe coming this week, but it's for cleansing purposes. So it's all about washing away what we need to let go of in order for us to move forward, right? So that's a good thing. Nothing wrong with that. Just be mindful that you may have to do it. And I'm feeling that this is going to be, she's like on this hand here. She's out in the storm by herself. And I'm feeling like this is an inner kind of thing, that maybe it is mostly about something you're working on, about you, maybe some shadow work or something that you're trying to just come to terms with and let go of. All right. All right, so we're going to get a moon energy. We want to know what moon energy we're going to work with for the week of April 12th, 2021 for the general collective, right? And we want to know how this card is going to affect our emotions, what we need to know emotionally so that we can best support our emotions, right? Okay, and we have the full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. All right. So those two go pretty perfectly together, right? Can't make that up, can you? All right, so it's time to release negativity and cleansing storms. Very watery. So to me, it's going to be an emotional kind of ride. There's something in your emotions that you are going to need to explore and learn more about and know how it's going to help you, or if there's things you need to release, behavior or an emotional response that you get that you'll have to release in order to keep moving forward and evolving in your journey. I love that. Okay, so let's get our animal spirit. And I don't want to scare anyone. When it says negativity, it's releasing negativity, right? It's all about bringing more positive energy into your life so that you can thrive, right? So nothing wrong with these. When the emotions are involved, it can, seem like a little much, but at the end of the when you get to the end of that and you understand, boy, it is sure satisfying. And most of the time, in my personal opinion, is well worth it. All right, so what spirit animal will we be working with for April 12th, the week of April 12th, 2021, right? And we got Eagle Spirit. It says Spirit has your back, and it is also card number 23. So 23 is a number for us. And so you can see 23, and really this would be like 5. So we got, to me, 2 5s here. Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. And this is in protection position. So to me, this is feeling like maybe you have not let spirit, God, universe, however you resonate, in enough lately, or not necessarily that you've turned your back, but sometimes we need a gentle reminder that we are always connected. Spirit's always with us. Spirit's not going to leave us behind. And all the universe wants for us is to be happy, right? So in order for that to happen, though, we're going to have to realize that we're not doing this on our own. We have help. Spirit has your back. So if you come into some areas where you're having trouble in these emotional things, situations that you're trying to make sense of, then get back into touch with spirit and let spirit help you. Let him or her, just spirit, right? Let spirit guide you and bring you out of that emotion, for the better, right? Because we don't want to get lost in it. We don't want to get lost in there. We want to come out the other side all good to go. All right. And I have now. This is for us to know about consciously, what do we need to be aware of, right? What are we going to work on this week? And we are this is number 7. It says sacred space. I find peace, security, and contentment when surrounded by nature's beauty. So, and these cards talk a lot about nature. So, in almost all of them, it has something to do with, it's very Gaia, Mama Earth connected, right? So, we want to find a sacred space in nature, and we want to get outdoors if we can. It's going to make us feel peaceful. So, whatever that means to you, whatever brings you contentment in the outdoor area, or outdoors where you can access that, right? It doesn't have to be, it's just whatever makes you feel good, whatever makes you happy, whatever just makes you feel at ease. You in a book if you want, or just sit outside on a blanket. Sit just right on the grass or the ground if you can. That's so grounding and comforting to just let yourself feel that connection with the earth, right? And all of that power and beautiful energy that Mama Earth gives to us. So, if you can find a sacred space outdoors, it's going to help you. And I'm hearing to meditate out there. Meditate in the outdoors in a space that makes you feel amazing, and it's going to help you with these emotions that you are working on, coming out, releasing, or finding out what they mean in your life, right? All right, beautiful. So let's go ahead and let's get a numerology card for the week of April 12th, 2021. This is going to just, give us some information about what we need to know, a different type of energy for that week so that we can just support our whole self and know what we can do to make us feel good. Individuality, number 11. I love this card. I think we've gotten this one once or twice. And that makes sense because this channel, let me move this out of the way here. I can move these over here. Sorry, this channel, this space here that we hold is all about individuality, your unique person, and how you are able to function and thrive in your life for your highest good. Because when you are yourself, your unique person, then that makes it not just wonderful for you, but it also is wonderful for everybody else, right? The people around you, you will bring in the people who are like-minded, and it will help you to just keep evolving and rising up to where you want to keep going in life and ultimately be where you feel like you have purpose and that you are living your life the way you want it and that you are contributing what you want to contribute. It doesn't have to be anything big and pronounced. It could be something very small. You don't have it can be several different things, right? As long as you are in your own person. And then we have the red, we have a couple little red things here. So and we also are talking about getting out in nature and having a sacred space. So I'm feeling the root chakra is really going to be important for us this week. And we want to pay some special attention there, right? So let's go ahead. And I love these botanical cards. I'm so happy that I found them. What information do you have for us? Okay. Oh, goody. So we have elder ritual. So we want to, and we want to have, so this is asking, sorry, blah, 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 right? This card is asking us to have a ritual for, that brings you into your person. That's what I'm hearing. That helps you to feel your individuality. Just do something that makes you feel free, that's freeing, that helps you to just be centered in yourself so that you can explore your emotions, get into contact with spirit, and help you to understand what you're trying to do. I feel like there is like a push and pull. Like you kind of know, you know what you want, but you're not exactly sure how to get it, get to the end of the line there or get to the finish mark. And that it's a very emotional thing. Like you've been trying lots of different ways in order to make this whatever situation you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish happen, and it's just not working out the way that you thought it was going to. And as we know, things just come when they come, when they're ready, right? We can't tell when things are going to happen. We can't demand. Once we start doing that is when we are starting to lose contact or a relationship. Well, I don't want to say we're losing the relationship, but we're losing the feeling of that relationship. We're forgetting the relationship with, the spiritual realm. That's so important for us to keep in contact with, because spirit wants nothing more than for us to be happy. But in order for that to happen, we need to let spirit in and be able to facilitate that, right? So I'm just feeling that we really need to I keep hearing silly, make it silly, make it fun. It does, we're taking things too seriously, and we need to lighten up these emotions by doing something silly, and that's going to really kind of bring things into perspective and give us a break from the heavy feeling of these emotions. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. So a self-care card, right? We need that. What can we do for our bodies the week of April 12th, 2021 that will make our bodies feel supported and loved? What do we need to know about that? What can we do? Alone time. Number 2, alone time. All right. So definitely, like I said at the beginning, this feels like it's going to be a week where, maybe you just need to have some time to yourself, and that's okay. You don't have to necessarily block everybody out. It's not about blocking people out of your life or not letting them know what's happening. Nothing like that. It's simply, take some time for yourself to do some meditation and to do some work on you, to be able to take care of yourself. So this is really a week of self-care. All right. And I'm hearing the meditation's really going to help a whole bunch, and just plain old praying. It might be time just to start praying again. For some of us who have not been doing that, or and not because we're trying to disconnect, but just because life happens, and sometimes it's just hard to get back into that. Once you stop doing it, it's hard to get back into doing it sometimes, right? Because you fill your day up with other things. So this to me is saying you do need some alone time, and you need this ritual to get you back into having that connection again, because it's just you're a little disconnected this week, and we need to get connected. All right, so let's go ahead. This is a beautiful reading. I love it. Let's look at what we can do nutritionally, food wise, self care. We've gone through a lot of the self care, right? But we'll just kind of wrap it all up for you. So with these cards, obviously it's very emotional. There's going to be a lot of emotions, and in particular with this one, you can see the storm in there. There's the clouds, there's the lightning, and you can see the swirl of energy all around there, right? So, and you can see the waters falling down from the hand, washing what is being released away. So this is like using energy to help move the emotion, the help allow that cleansing to take place, right? And here as well, this is very emotional, very feels like lots of this is, and it's Scorpio and a full moon, so it's very intense, right? So you're gonna feel, I'm like, you're gonna feel lots of feelings, but the key here is to get to the nitty gritty. So use this sacred space to get to let all of your feelings out. Have your alone time so that you can, you know, in your sacred space by yourself, doing things, surrounding yourself with the things that make you happy, right? That make you feel and in as your own person, your individual self, that allow you to just kind of feel out what's happening, right, with these emotions. So, and then once you can kind of narrow it down, it's, this is like a very specific kind of thing that's trying to be cleansed. So you're going to have to go through uh, quite a bit of work. Okay, I'm like, there's obviously it's going to be some shadow work. So you're going to have to go through a lot of work. You're going to have to face something to get down to the specific thing that you're really wanting to release, to cleanse from you. And being able to use this energy is through movement, is going to really help. So doing things, like maybe on your alone time, you take a walk, right? Or swim, because water is going to be very prevalent here. It's very, there's water here, water in these two cards, because Scorpio is a water sign, and also you got the waterfall and the little spring here, right? So water is going to be very important, and a great way to help you with that cleansing that's trying to take place. So don't underestimate the power of the water, and the movement, right? You can you And also, here's what I'm hearing too in this ritual, in a couple different places we talked about that. In this ritual, make it so maybe you are practicing raising your energy, raising your vibration, doing and directing that energy to help you understand what's happening, and how you can use the power, that energy, to start movement to get it to release. All right, that's going to be a good thing to do. So drinking high quality water, the best quality water that you can, is going to do you well. So stay very hydrated. And if you can swim, go swimming. If you can be by water, be by water. If there's a storm a brewing, be safe about it, but you can, feel that energy and see how it feels. It's very, I'm feeling like strength too. This eagle spirit card in protection, very much about you being strong too. Not And also soaring, flying high, seeing the big picture, doing it and not doing it. It's not a flock of birds; it's an eagle. The eagle is up in the sky by himself, and he is soaring and looking at the big picture, and it's just him. So it's just you. You're doing this on your own because you have the strength to do that, and you have the knowledge inside of yourself to see what you need in that big picture to take care of the situation. All right. So, so strength is going to be very important. So, what I am feeling is that we need to eat foods that leave us feeling energetic, leave us feeling vibrant, have a lot of vitality to them, and make us feel strong. So, foods that Like the root vegetables will do that, and we do have this individuality card is red, right? We have a few red spots here, so that's gonna, help your root chakra too, to eat the root vegetables. Beets will work great. And celery, potatoes, and those are also kind of cleansing too, like the celery and the beet, avocados, very cleansing. And I'm also like dandelion tea. If you tolerate dandelion tea, all right, that would be good, because on your alone time you can maybe have time for yourself. And with this, we didn't talk too much about the alone time card, but this is very much like, plan it out, plan some alone time. Don't worry, make sure your commitments are all taken care of. Make sure that everybody that you are with is understands that you need this time. You're replenishing your cup. You're refilling that cup up so that you can um, have, you know, your time to know who you are again and just feel whole in yourself, so that you're able to take care of the other things and the other people in your life that you want to do that with. Okay. So we want to make sure that you're really letting people know that this is your time. You need to be by yourself. You're not inviting anyone along. And yeah, you don't have to go away for a week's vacation. I mean, if you can and you need to, then that's your thing, right? But this can be a walk, this can be going to the beach, it can be journaling, anything you want. Being creative, doing something creative if that's what you need to do, right? But this is going to be very important, and can also be, you can make it into a certain ritual. Rituals are going to be very prevalent here. We've talked about it a couple times. So and particularly with this sacred space, so you really need to find a sacred space that you can, and if it can't be outdoors, and it does need to be in your home, then that's just fine. There's no harm, no foul there. Just bring elements of Mother Nature that really mean something to you, that give you energy and power and strength, and make you feel happy. Not things other people say you need to do, the things that make you feel happy. So if you have any rocks, crystals, um, whatever, plants, anything like that, whatever makes you happy that has to do with Mother Nature, then bring it in and just do what you need to do. Journal in that space, create in that space, but let it be your space that you are accessing, that you and people know that it's your time. Going to be very important. Okay, so we talked about the foods that we want to eat, and also nutritionally, okay? Not just food wise, we're talking about energy too. Now, keto's really big, right? Those kinds of things where you're very low carbs. So if you're feeling really bogged down and run down, like, are you, check to see if you're too low carb, right? That's the thing. You could be too low carb. Everybody's different. So their body needs different nutrients. And if you're too low carb, you're just dumping all day long, and you just cannot make it through the day, right? Then maybe add some more in. You can eat carbs that aren't going to, eat sweet potatoes instead of regular potatoes, and maybe add in more vegetables, and make sure that you are getting, because you do still need to have those carbs in order to give your body that energy that it needs to function properly, right? If you're too low carb, you're just, especially if you're just trying it out and you're just starting, cutting out all the carbs all at once. And if you're, especially if you're used to eating a lot of carbs, can really like cause you some strife there. Okay, so make sure you're not too low carb, and there are lots of different alternatives that you can do, um, to make sure, like all those root vegetables that we talked about, you can add in that are going to raise your carbs up. The one thing I am hearing about that though is to be cautious of the nightshade family, the nightshade group of vegetables like tomatoes, regular potatoes. Some people can tolerate potatoes okay, but again, everybody's different, so some people cannot. And I'm particularly hearing hot, like the hot peppers. They can cause respiratory issues if you are sensitive to those types of peppers. It can cause some problems with your respiratory system. And we do have, this is an air element card, so that's probably why I'm hearing that. So be cautious maybe of the hot peppers if you eat a lot of that. And in the spices and stuff, they have all like chili powder, that kind of thing, nightshades. So go on Google and do a little checky check and see what the nightshade vegetables are, and maybe just cut them out and see how you feel. And because your body does change, so maybe you just need to have a little break, right? And you can always add them back in after you have eliminated and find the issue. You can start adding things back in, but maybe just be wary of the nightshade family, just because of the chemical compounds they have, because the different types of the vegetables have the different compounds. They can cause inflammation, they can cause anxiety, they can cause gut issues, and then like I said, also with respiratory issues as well, and bowel issues. So if you're having those sort of symptoms and you're eating a lot of nightshades, then good idea to back off a little bit and see what the culprit is, okay? And go from there. Now, I think that is pretty much it as far as, okay, and also for the energy and the strength part of thing, we want to make sure we're also getting enough fat. So protein, of course, too, but I'm particularly hearing the fat and not to be too low carb. So balancing the fat and the carbs is basically what we're trying to do. Don't overdo either one of those at this time. Like, you can always tweak it later, but you're really going to need to have the energy to get through this shadow work that you're going to be embarking upon, should you choose to do so, in order to release some of these emotions that are causing you to feel like you need to not like you need to be in a certain group, or like you need to follow a certain like you need to be in a certain pack of people or something like that, or I don't want to say a clique, but you know what I mean. It's something like that. You want to be your own individual person and not feel like you're going to break away from that. That's what you're breaking away from. You're breaking away from thinking you have to be like these other people in these other situations, and you just really need to be yourself, right? You need to act in your own way. Okay. And things, so like grass-fed butter, avocados, eggs, all those are going to be really excellent choices to keep the very healthy fats that are needed in your body. Okay, so don't be afraid to eat those fats. Like when I grew up, low fat was the thing, right? The lower the fat you could get, and no fat was the best thing on earth, right? When I was growing up, so it really caused a lot of issues. So fortunately, times are changing, and I think a lot of people are now understanding that that was not the best idea in the world, and our body does in fact need good fats in order to get the energy that it needs as well, right? It's very beneficial and for our bodies to function properly. So fortunately, those things are that mindset is changing, which is great, and now we can have some fat. I was very happy about that, because we grew up on tab and and low fat everything, lots of sugar but no fat, because we didn't know. So now we do. So that's good. All right, I think that was everything that we needed to talk about. So The foods are going to be like try to stay away from the nightshades if you've been having issues with that, and eat the foods that are going to give you energy and vitality and give you the strength to be able to get through your shadow work, right? So balance your fats and your carbs and drink plenty of water to stay hydrated. Swim if you can swim, be around water because that's going to help you with the emotions. It's going to like be a big hug, right? Now if you have aversions to water and things like that, I'm not saying that you have to go into the water. Just drink it, right? Just drink it. You don't have to like go out and play in it at all. It's fine. Oh, well, the nutrition part was the low carb and the fats, right? So we took care of the nutrition, we took care of the food, and for your self care, you're going to have your alone time in your sacred space and create beautiful rituals that will allow you to connect with spirit and mostly to connect with yourself so that you can feel can feel your authenticity, right? Okay, beautiful. I love that. That is awesome. And that's all I have for us today. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you feel about the reading this week, what resonated with you. I would love to hear that. And I'm going to send you all off with a big, loving hug filled with loving and healing energy. And then I will see you also again on Wednesday for the midweek check in. I can't wait for that. All right, everybody, have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye now.